राम राम सर्वेभ्यः हृत्पूर्वक नमस्काराः। प्रवेशकक्ष्यायां सर्वेषां स्वागतम्। अद्य वयं सर्वे षष्ठं पाठम् अग्रे पठिष्यामः। गतकक्ष्यायामपि अस्माभिः षष्ठः पाठः एव पठितः। अद्यतनकक्ष्यायाम् अग्रे पठिष्यामः तृतीया विभक्तेः विषये तथा अव्ययानि कानि इति अद्य पठिष्यामः। प्रथमतः गुरुवन्दनम् उक्त्वा श्लोकद्वयं मङ्गलश्लोकद्वयं च उक्त्वा कक्ष्यायाः प्रारम्भं कुर्मः। इदानीं गुरुवन्दनं वदामः। सर्वे उच्चैः वदन्तु। गुरुरेव गतिर्गुरुमेव भजे, गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे, न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः, मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो। ब्रवीमि संस्कृतं वाचा, ध्यायामि संस्कृतं हृदा, कुर्वे सेवाञ्च कायेन, वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम्। यो नरः संस्कृतव्योम्निह्यालयं रमते मुदा, संस्कृतिं चैव संस्कारं विन्दते नात्र संशयः। षष्ठः पाठः गतकक्ष्यायाम् अस्माभिः सूक्तिः पठिता। सूक्तिः कस्मिन् सुभाषिते अस्ति इत्यपि अस्माभिः ज्ञातम्। यथा चित्तं तथा वाचो, यथा वाचस्तथा क्रिया, चित्ते वाचि क्रियायाञ्च महताम् एकरूपता। यथा चित्तम् इत्युक्ते यथा मनः, यथा तथा वाचः, यत् मनसि अस्ति तदेव वदन्ति, यथा वाचः तथा क्रिया, यत् वदन्ति तदेव कुर्वन्ति। चित्ते वाचि क्रियायां च महताम् एकरूपता। एवमेव अन्यत् सुभाषितम् अस्ति इत्यपि अस्माभिः ज्ञातम्। मनस्येकं वचस्येकं कर्मण्येकं महात्मनां, मनस्यन्यत् वचस्यन्यत् कर्मण्यन्यत् दुरात्मनाम् इत्यपि अन्यत् सुभाषितम् अस्ति। अत्र पश्यन्तु, आङ्ग्लभाषायामपि दत्तम्। Noble people are one in mind, word and deed इति। भविष्यत्कालः लृट्लकारः, लृट्लकारः अपि अस्माभिः गतकक्ष्यायां पठितः, कण्ठस्थम् अभवत् इति मन्ये। पठिष्यत्, पठिष्यति, पठिष्यतः, पठिष्यन्ति, पठिष्यसि, पठिष्यथः, पठिष्यथ, पठिष्यामि, पठिष्यावः, पठिष्यामः। एवं भविष्यत्कालं द्योतयति लृट्लकारः। वन्दिष्यते, वन्दिष्येते, वन्दिष्यन्ते, वन्दिष्यसे, वन्दिष्येथे, वन्दिष्यध्वे, वन्दिष्ये, वन्दिष्यावहे, वन्दिष्यामहे। लृट्लकारस्य आत्मनेपदीरूपिणः अत्र सन्ति। कानिचन क्रियापदानि लृट्लकारे: क्रीडति, क्रीडिष्यति, गच्छति, गमिष्यति, भवति, भविष्यति, लिखति, लेखिष्यति, करोति, करिष्यति, भाषते, भाषिष्यते, वर्धते, वर्धिष्यते, मोदते मोदिष्यते, स्पर्धते स्पर्धिष्यते, यतते यतिष्यते। एवमेव उदाहरणानि सन्ति। कानिचन वाक्यानि अस्माभिः पठितानि लृट्लकारे एव। भविष्यत्काले अर्चकः देवालयं गमिष्यति, अध्यापकः श्वः पाठान् पठिष्यति, अम्बा भोजनं पक्ष्यति। पचति इति लट्लकारे भवति, पक्ष्यति इति लृट्लकारे भवति। उत्सवः सम्यक् भविष्यति, गायकी गीतान् गास्यति, छात्राः श्वः प्रश्नान् प्रक्ष्यन्ति। अन्यवाक्यानि अपि अस्माभिः पठितानि गतकक्ष्यायाम्। इदानीं वयं केवलं किञ्चिदिव पुनरावर्तनं कुर्मः। तत्र कोर्स् पोर्टल् अस्ति खलु, कोर्स् पेज् मध्ये, तत्र अन्तर्जाले सर्वं भवति, तत्र यूट्यूब् मध्ये अपि भवति। We have already completed till Lritlakara in the previous class, so this was a quick recap for you. So whatever is we have taught, that is also available on YouTube and in our course page. So those who have missed or those who want to revise, those who want the English meanings of all the sentences, you can view the video of the previous class. Idanim tritiya vibhaktihi. Gata पाठे अस्माभिः द्वितीया विभक्तिः पठिता। ततः पूर्वम् अस्माभिः सम्बोधन प्रथमा विभक्तिः पठिता, तथा प्रथमा विभक्तिः अपि पठिता। इदानीं तृतीया विभक्तिं पठिष्यामः। So in the previous classes we have learnt in detail prathama, the first nominative case, sambodhana prathama, vocative case, and dvitiya vibhaktihi. So now we are going to learn tritiya vibhaktihi, which in English loosely put is the instrumental case. So we will learn sadharana niyamaha and vishesha niyamaha. So the common rule when tritiya vibhakti is used, and we will also learn the special rules like we have been learning in every vibhakti. So in dvitiya vibhakti also we learned certain special rules. Griham paritaha vrikshaha santi. So when paritaha is used, the word associated with paritaha, which means surrounding, should be in dvitiya. Like that, we have special rules for tritiya also for all vibhaktis, which we are going to be learning. Now, what is vibhakti? That also we have dealt with in our initial classes before we started learning the vibhaktis. That is, we had an introductory session about nouns and shabdas and vibhaktis. So please, you can view those lessons once again to be thorough and to understand what vibhakti means. We will not be repeating this here. Tritiya vibhaktihi. Udaharanam swikurmaha. We'll take an example. Ramaha dadati. Ramaha atra kartrupadam, karta. Yaha athva ya athva yat karyam karoti. Saha अथवा सा अथवा तत् कर्तृपदम् इति वदामः। कर्ता इत्युक्ते यः कार्यं करोति सः कर्ता। रामः इदानीं रामः ददाति, ददाति इत्युक्ते गिव्स्, क्रियापदम्। रामः ददाति, रामः किं ददाति? रामः फलं ददाति। अत्र फलम् इति पदं कर्मपदं द्वितीया विभक्तौ अस्ति। ऑब्जेक्ट इति वदामः आङ्ग्लभाषायां। रामः फलं ददाति। रामः केन फलं ददाति? By what or with what does Rama give the fruit? Tatra instrument, the instrument with which Rama gives. Ramaha hastena phalam dadati. With his hand, with hand or with by his hand, Rama gives the fruit. So Ramaha hastena phalam dadati. Atra hastena iti padam tritiya vibhaktau asti. Karanam iti vadamaha Samskrita bhashayam. Tritiya vibhaktihi karanam द्योतयति, करणवाचकः Karanam is loosely put in the sense of instrument, and by what or with what, mostly in that sense. So this is just for you to understand. I'm giving you in English. In all cases, it may not be accurate to describe it this way, but still, for now, we can understand the instrument. So, question asked to the Kriya Padam, Kena athava kaya. Kena iti, that could be, we'll ask Kena either in a Pullinga or Napumsakalinga form, that is Kena, Tritiya Vibhakti. Kaya is the Strilinga form of Kim Shabda. So, we should also progress to learn more Shabdas. Ramaha हस्तेन फलं ददाति. हस्तेन इति पदं तृतीया विभक्तौ अस्ति. अन्यत् उदाहरणम् अत्र अहम्. अहम् इति पदम् अत्र कर्ता. अहं पूजां करोमि. अहं कां करोमि? पूजां. पूजा वर्ष. पूजा इति पदम् आकारान्त स्त्रीलिंग शब्दः, क्षम्यतां. तथा यथा रमा भवति तथैव अहं पूजां करोमि. पूजाम् इति पदं द्वितीया विभक्तौ अस्ति. अहं पूजां करोमि. अहं कराभ्यां पूजां करोमि. कराभ्यां, with both my hands. तत्र द्विवचनम् अस्ति. कराभ्यां. I do puja with what? I do puja with both my hands. Atra karabhyam iti padam tritiya vibhaktau asti. Ramah. Atra Ramah karta. Kharam. Kharaha sarve jananti rakshasah saha. Ramah kharam jaghana. Srimad Ramayane Valmiki varnayati. Katham Ramah kharam jaghana iti. So Ramah, the doer. Khara is the name of a Rakshasa, in a demon in Srimad Ramayanam. Rama killed Khara. So when Rama goes to the forest, he protects all the sages, the rishis, and the noble ones who were performing their austerities and who were being troubled by a lot of demons and Rakshasas. So that was one of the purposes of, him going to the forest also. So he goes and he protects the sages and he kills a number of these demons. So Ramaha kharam jaghana. Here jaghana ityukte killed. It is in a different lakara. It shows past tense. So Rama killed khara. Kharam, object. Atra kharam, kharaha iti padam prathama vibhaktau. Dvitiya vibhaktau kharam iti bhavati. Ramaha kharam jaghana. Katham jaghana or Kena athava kaihi jaghana. With what did Rama kill Khara? Sharaihi. With arrows. Sharena sharabhyam sharaihi. Atra sharaihi iti padam tritiya vibhaktau bahuvachane asti. So it is in the sharaihi, the word is in tritiya vibhakti and in the plural. So bahuvachanam. Ramaha sharaihi kharam jaghana. So the instrument with which Rama killed, that is in Tritiya Vibhakti. We will see more examples also. Balika naukaya nadim tarati. Naukaya, with the boat or by the boat. So naukaya, nauka iti padam akaranta strilinga padam. Naukaya, in the boat, by the boat, not in, by the boat, the girl crosses the nadi or the river. So general rule we will learn. Before that, there is a question. It's relevant here, so I will just answer it. So Santana Gopala Krishnan Mahodaya has asked, why do we say vibhaktau? Why not vibhaktihi itself? Now when I say dvitiya vibhaktau asti athava tritiya vibhaktau asti iti vadami chet, Tatra vibhaktau iti padam saptami vibhaktau asti. So, if you all remember, we learned a general overview of all the vibhaktis in the beginning. And we learned that saptami vibhakti shows locative. It is the locative case. So, when I say the word Rama, the word Ramaha is in prathama vibhakti. When this sentence, I'm saying the word Ramaha is in Prathama Vibhakti. So when I say in Prathama Vibhakti, it is showing the location or in or on both these. In this sense, we use what is called Saptami Vibhakti in Sanskrit. So, Krishna Yamuna Nadi Tire Asti. Krishna is on the banks of river Yamuna. Sita Aranye Asti. Sita is in the forest. So in that sense, when I say Aranye, Yamuna Nadi Tire, all these are in Saptami Vibhakti. Similarly, when I have to say Ramaha iti padam Prathama Vibhaktau Asti, I cannot say Prathama Vibhakti Asti. That will be wrong grammatically. Vibhaktau means in Prathama Vibhakti. So I hope this is clear now. Sharaihi iti padam Tritiya Vibhaktau Bahuvachane Asti. Here, Tritiya Vibhaktau word and Bahuvachane. Both these words are in Saptami Vibhakti. Karanam Shravanena Bhashajnanam api vardhate. By listening, your knowledge of the language also will increase. Tatha sambhashanamapi karaniyam asmabhihi kinchidiva. Idanim sarve jananti, sarla samskritam jananti sarve. Kripaya prayatnam kurvantu, kinchit vadantu samskrita bhashayam. Samskrita bhasha ativa sarala bhasha eva. Ataeva kakshyayamapi aham kinchit samskrita bhashayam vadami. Sarve shrinvantu, sarve samskrita bhashayam sambhashanam kartum prayatnam kurvantu iti. Idanim pashyamaha. Karanam. Karanavachaka shabdaha tatha sahasakam samam sardham iti yada avyayani vayam ekam vakye vayam sahasakam samam sardham iti yada upayogam kurmaha tada api tritiya vibhaktihi bhavati. Pashyamaha idanim udaharanani. Karanam, the general rule I told you. Saha hastena phalam dadati. Hastena iti padam tritiya vibhaktau asti. Karanavachaka shabdaha, cause effect. So karanam, we know the word karanam means reason or the cause. In many languages, karanam means that. So whenever we are showing a cause and effect relationship, there we use the Tritiya Vibhakti to show the cause of something. So the general rule we know is in the sense of instrument, by what or with what we do. One more example could be Balakaha Lekhanya Patram Likhati. Balakaha Karta, Lekhanya, Lekhani iti padam Nadi padavat Ikaranta Strilinga Shabdaha. Lekhanya, Ikaranta Strilinga Shabdaha, Tritiya Vibhaktau Asti Lekhanya Patram Likhati. The boy writes a letter with a pen. Lekhanya, with a pen. So Lekhanya is in Tritiya Vibhakti. So that is the general rule. You see another example on the screen. Saha hastena phalam dadati. Then next we come to Karanavachaka Shabdaha, cause-effect relationship. Shishoho jananena sarve santushtaha. With the birth of the child, or with the birth of the baby, everyone is santushtaha, happy. Everyone is happy with the birth of the child. Jananena. So that is the cause for happiness, the janana. So jananena is in Tritiya Vibhakti. Next, sahasakam samam sardham. So these are what we call avyayani. Time permitting, we will learn about avyayani in detail in today's class. Avyayani ityukte, indeclinables. They remain the same in all the sentences, in all the vibhaktis, in all the vachanas, in all the lingas. They don't change. So they have only one form, avyayam. They don't change. They remain the same. So these avyayani, whenever they are used, sahasakam samam sardham, all these mean along with. The meaning in English is along with. Ramena saha Sita vanam agachat. Ramena saha. Kena saha Sita agachat. Ramena saha agachat. Ramena iti padam तृतीया विभक्तौ अस्ति. कृष्णेन सह राधा अगायत्. तत्र कृष्णेन इति पदं तृतीया विभक्तौ अस्ति. रामः लक्ष्मणेन सह अरण्यं गच्छति. Rama goes to the forest along with Lakshmana. Along with iti yada vadamaha, the word which is showing along with whom the person is going, or the person is doing something, or the word which is associated with these avyayas, indeclinables, sahasakam samam sardham, that will be in Tritiya Vibhakti. Then, whenever we use a word in the sense of an adverb, we know in English, adverb, it enhances the meaning or it qualifies a verb. For example, when we say, with, like for example, let us take what is on the screen. Saha santoshena karyam karoti. So how does he do the work? Santoshena, happily. So generally we use these words like happily, joyously. These words in English are called adverbs. They enhance the meaning of a verb or they qualify a verb. So here, saha santoshena karyam karoti. Saha karyam karoti. He does the work. Katham saha, how does he do the work? Santoshena karyam karoti. He does the work happily. So that word happily there is an adverb in English, what we call an adverb. So that adverb is used in Tritiya Vibhakti in Sanskrit. Saha santoshena karyam karoti. Santoshena iti padam Tritiya Vibhaktau asti. So this is another special rule. So we will learn more examples. We just had an overview. Kriyayam sadhanam, instrument of action. Ramaha banena Ravanam hanti. Rama kills Ravana with an arrow or by an arrow. So banena, the instrument, banena iti padam Tritiya Vibhaktau asti. Bidalaha dantaihi Kshamyatam Mushakam dashati. Bidalaha, cat. Dantaihi, with the teeth. Dantaihi iti padam Tritiya Vibhaktau bahuvachane asti. Bidalaha dantaihi mushakam dashati. The cat kills the rat by the teeth or with the teeth. Dashati ityukte bites. Sa hastena phalam dadati. She gives with hand. She gives the fruit with her hand. Hastena iti padam Tritiya Vibhaktau asti. Bhavasuchaka shabdaha in the adverbial sense. Krishakaha parishramena kshetre karyam karoti. Krishakaha ityukte farmer. Kshetre, in the field. Atra kshetre iti padam in the field. In ityukte tatra locative case. Saptami vibhaktihi. Kshetre iti padam saptami vibhaktau asti. Krishakaha kshetre karyam karoti. Katham karoti kshetre karyam? Parishramena. So with a lot of effort. So he works very hard, putting in a lot of effort. Parishramena, the farmer works in the field with a lot of effort. So Krishakaha parishramena. Parishramena iti padam Tritiya Vibhaktau asti. Saha santoshena jivati. Saha katham jivati. How does he live? He lives happily. Santoshena. So I hope you all got how it is used in the adverbial sense. Lives iti, that's the verb, right? Jivati. Katham jivati? Santoshena jivati. He lives happily. Happily tatra santoshena iti padam Tritiya Vibhaktau asti. Sita dukhena roditi. Sita roditi. Sita cries. How does she cry? With a lot of sorrow. With sorrow. Dukhena. Sita dukhena roditi. Dukhena iti padam Tritiya Vibhaktau asti. saha, sakam, samam, sardham. So atra udaharanani pashyamah. Sitaya saha Ramaha vanam gacchati. Sitaya saha, along with Sita. So Sitaya iti padam tritiya vibhaktau asti. Sarve idanim Rama shabdam jananti iti manye. Rama, Sita, akaranta strilinga shabdaha. Ramaya, Ramabhyam, Ramabhihi. Sitaya, Sitabhyam, Sitabhihi iti tatra tritiya vibhaktihi. Sitaya saha Ramaha vanam gacchati. I hope by now we all are realizing why shabdas are so important. So without knowing our shabdas, even if I know, if I want to construct a sentence, even if I know that a sentence like Rama goes to the forest along with Sita. So I might remember along with Sita, the word Sita should be in Tritiya Vibhakti. But if I do not know what is Sita Shabdas Tritiya Vibhakti form, then I will be lost. I will not be able to construct the sentence. Which is why, if you see every class, we are trying to learn more shabdas. So we are doing vibhaktis, we are doing the lessons, and we are also trying to learn the shabdas. I think the 12th lesson in the Pravesha textbook gives you a list of shabdas. So instead of taking up lesson 12 in the end and giving you all shabdas at a stretch, we are trying to cover a few shabdas every week. And I'm repeating it multiple times. So please, all of you, start memorizing as and when we are learning. We have learned about 5-6 shabdas, I think, till now. So I hope you all have memorized those. Ideally, every Sanskrit class should start with, all of them chanting shabdas and dhatus. So that is how our Sanskrit, our guru used to make us learn. So we used to sit in a circle or around her, and she used to make us everyone say each vibhakti. So in that way, we revise many shabdas and dhatus at the beginning of every class, and then we proceed. So of course, here we just have time constraints. We won't be able to do that. But in your study groups, or if you're having face-to-face meetings with other students, please make it a point to start with shabdas. Your shabdas and the dhatus are the backbone. Without this, we will be lost. And Pravesha, we are introduced to a lot of concepts, especially those who are learning Sanskrit for the first time. So we have to be thorough, and after this, your journey becomes very easy and simple, because once your shabdas and dhatus are, intact, in place, constructing sentences is very easy. Otherwise, we will have to go back to the shabda every time and see which word we have to use, which is not desirable, right? Krishnena sakam gopikaha nrityanti. Krishnena sakam, along with Krishna, gopikaha nrityanti. Gopikas dance. Yudhishthirena sardham sarve pandavaha santi. Along with Yudhishthira, there are all the Pandavas are there. All the Pandavas are there with Yudhishthira. Vina. Prithak vina nanabhistritiyanyatarasyam iti tatra sutraha. So there is a rule, a formula. So even all these, at this stage, we are only learning, when these words are used, it should be in Tritiya. But we also have Panini's sutras, where each of these rules are codified, or we have a formula, sort of, like we have in other maths, etc. So we have formulae in Sanskrit, also rules in Sanskrit, sutras, and these sutras give us these rules. So which is why it is a very scientific language. So it is not just by, just like that we say this should be in Tritiya, Sahayukte Pradhane. So there are sutras which give us this rule, which we will learn later as you progress with Sanskrit. So similarly, there is another sutra, Prithak vina nanabhistritiyanyatarasyam. We don't have to learn the sutra at the Pravesha stage. So whenever the word vina is used, vina means without. There, we have already learned that dvitiya also may be used. So we have an option. Either dvitiya or tritiya can be used with these words, prithak, vina, and nana. So vina is more common. So we are just giving you vina here. But even with prithak, vina, and nana, with these three words, if you go back to our dvitiya lesson also, we have done it there. So there also we can use either Dvitiya or Tritiya Vibhakti. Ramena vina Sita na gacchati. Without Rama, Sita does not go. Without whom, that word whom with whom we are associating the word vina, that word should be in Tritiya. It can also be Ramam vina Sita na gacchati. Grammatically, both are correct. रामं विना इत्यपि वक्तुं शक्यते, रामेण विना इत्यपि वक्तुं शक्यते. तत्र द्वितीया विभक्तिः अथवा तृतीया विभक्तिः. जलं विना जीवनं नास्ति. वितौट् वाटर देयर इज नो लाइफ. जलेन विना जीवनं नास्ति इत्यपि वक्तुं शक्यते. जलेन विना, तत्र जलेन इति पदं तृतीया विभक्तौ अस्ति. तेन विना तृणमपि न चलति. A very famous sentence. Tena vina. Here Tena refers to Bhagavan, the supreme force, the supreme reality. Tena vina trinamapi na chalati. Without him, even a blade of grass does not move. Tam vina trinamapi na chalati ityapi vyakarana ritya samyak eva. Tam iti padam tatra dvitiya vibhaktau asti. Atra tena iti padam tritiya vibhaktau asti. जलेन विना जीवनं नास्ति. मया उक्तम् एतत् पूर्वमेव. कारणवाचक शब्दाः. cause effect relationship. अत्र relationship इति पदे तत्र दोषः अस्ति, क्षम्यताम्. There is a typographical error. It should be SHIP, not OP. I will correct that in the PPT. कृष्णस्य आगमनेन मथुरायाम् उत्सवः abhavat. Krishnasya agamanena. So with the arrival of Krishna, there was celebration in Mathura. Ramasya agama pratyagamanena, when Rama returned, with the return of Rama, Ayodhyayam utsavaha abhavat. So in Ayodhya there was utsava or celebration. Krishnasya agamanam. Tatra Krishnasya agamanam karanavachakam. Kalu? Krishnasya agamanena utsavaha abhavat. The cause is Krishna's arrival. The effect is the celebration in Mathura. So the word showing the cause, that should be in Tritiya Vibhakti. Krishnasya agamanena. Krishnasya iti padam shashti vibhaktau asti. Please be very careful. Krishnasya agamanena. With the arrival of Krishna. So of Krishna, possessive case, showing that relationship to Krishna, that word Krishnasya is in Shashti. Agamanena iti padam Tritiya Vibhaktau asti. The arrival, the cause is the arrival. Whose arrival? Krishna's arrival. So Krishna's arrival, that word Krishna's is in Shashti, possessive case. Agamanam, that word Agamanena, arrival, with the arrival or by the arrival. That word, that arrival, agamanena, is in Tritiya Vibhakti. Guroho upadeshena bhaktaha santushtaha abhavan. So, with the message of the Guru, or with the upadesha of the Guru, the devotees were satisfied, or devotees were happy. Upadeshena iti padam tatra Tritiya Vibhaktau asti. Guroho iti padam shashti vibhaktau asti. Tasyaha ganena sarve hrishtaha. Tasyaha ganena iti padam tritiya vibhaktau asti. With her singing or with her song, everyone was happy. Tasyaha iti padam shashti vibhaktau asti. Ganena iti padam tritiya vibhaktau asti. तत्र कारणवाचक शब्दानां कृते तृतीया विभक्तिः भवति इति विशेष नियमः. Alam निषेधार्थे. So alam is also all these words, saha, sakam, samam, sardham, vina, alam. These are some of the indeclinables we have learned today. That is the words which are called avyayas, which we will learn in today's class hopefully, or in the next class. When alam is used in the sense of prohibition. So nishedha is prohibition. Alam parishramena. Let us see examples. Alam kolahalena. Kolahalena alam. Enough of he balakaha, for example, he boys. alam kolahalena, enough of quarrel. So in that sense, when we are saying prohibiting something, nishedha, enough of something, prohibit quarrel. So then whatever you're prohibiting, that would be in Tritiya Vibhakti. Kolahalena alam. Parishramena alam. Enough of hard work. So in that way, parishrama, that word parishramena is also in Tritiya Vibhakti. Tritiya Vibhaktehe Shabdarupani Pashyamaha. Before that, a few questions which are related to what we are doing. So I will just answer them here. Vatsala ji, does the word following Tritiya always be in Dvitiya? No, that's not the case. For example, Sa Santoshena Jivati. There we don't have any Dvitiya Vibhakti word following Santoshena. But when Tritiya Vibhakti is followed by Karma Padam, then it would be in Dvitiya. One more, but that is not a universal rule. Another very interesting thing about Sanskrit is the sentence construction could be, you can put the words anywhere and the sentence is grammatically correct. For example, Ramaha hastena phalam dadati. You could say hastena phalam Ramaha dadati or dadati phalam Ramaha hastena. Phalam Ramaha hastena dadati. Whatever word, whichever way you put the words, it is grammatically correct in English. That is another, in Sanskrit. That is another beauty of this language. It's not necessary that always the Kriya Padam should be in the end, or the Karma Padam should follow the Kartri Padam. Nothing like that. Wherever you put the words, it is grammatically a correct sentence. Next, whatever is relevant here, I will answer. Other general questions, I will answer later. Urmila ji, sahasakam samam sardham. Wherever you use these words, all of them mean along with only. And you can use any avyayam with either sahasakam, samam or sardham you can use in the sense of along with. And always the associated word will be in Tritiya Vibhakti and it will give the same meaning. Ramena saha Sitavanam agachat. Ramena sakam Sitavanam agachat. Same meaning only. Tritiya Vibhaktehe Shabdarupani Pashyamaha idanim. Ramena, Ramabhyam, Ramaihi. Please practice reading this aloud. At this stage, I would have wished that we all, all of you repeat it, but we also have time constraints. So I'm going to read it and you all please, after the class and later, please listen and read them aloud. Uchchaihi vadantu, na kevalam manasi. So at the first stage, while learning the language, we should be reading aloud also. Ramena, Ramabhyam, Ramaihi. Harina, Haribhyam, Haribhihi. Hari Shabdaha, Tritiya Vibhaktihi. Pati, Patya, Patibhyam, Patibhihi. Guru, Guruna, Gurubhyam, Gurubhihi. So you all might be reminded. Gurunaiva sahasmi. Guruna eva saha asmi. Guruna eva saha asmi. Tatra saha iti padam pashyamaha khalu. Guruna eva. Eva is only, it's an avyayam. Guruna eva saha asmi. Guruna saha eva asmi. I am only with the Guru. So atra Guruna iti padam Tritiya Vibhaktau asti. Guruna plus eva sandhi karyam bhavati tatra. Gurunaiva iti bhavati. Vruddhi sandhihi. Idanim sandhi vishaye pravesha kakshayam prayaha naiva patishyamaha. Param Guruna iti padam tatra bhavati. Guruna eva saha asmi. There you see. Guruna, Gurubhyam, Gurubhihi. Pitra, Pitra, Pitrabhyam, Pitrabhihi. Rama, Ramaya, Ramabhyam, Ramabhihi. Mati, Matya, Matibhyam, Matibhihi. Nadi, Nadya, Nadibhyam, Nadibhihi. Shri, Shriya, Shribhyam, Shribhihi. Dhenu, Dhenva, Dhenubhyam, Dhenubhihi. Matra, मात्रा मातृभ्यां मातृभिः फल फलेन फलाभ्यां फलैः वारि वारिणा वारिभ्यां वारिभिः दधि दध्ना दधिभ्यां दधिभिः मधु मधुना मधुभ्यां मधुभिः तद् पुल्लिंग तेन ताभ्यां तैः तत्र तेन विना तृणमपि न चलति इति वाक्य अत्र अस्य पदस्य एतत् पदं पश्यामः वयं तेन ताभ्यां तैः तया ताभ्यां ताभिः तद् नपुंसकलिंग तेन ताभ्यां तैः पुल्लिंगे नपुंसकलिंगे तत्र तेन ताभ्यां तैः इत्येव भवति अद्य प्रायः तद् शब्दं पठामः तदानीं पश्यामः कथं पुल्लिंगे नपुंसकलिंगे वयम् एवमेव पश्यामः from tritiya vibhakti in napumsaka and pullinga we see similar same words in tad shabda etad etena enena etabhyam etaihi etad strilinga etaya enaya etabhyam etabhihi etad napumsakalinga etena enena etabhyam etaihi idam pullinga अनेन एनेन आभ्याम एभिः इदं स्त्रीलिंगा अनया एनया आभ्याम आभिः इदं नपुंसकलिंगा अनेन एनेन आभ्याम एभिः अदस् पुल्लिंगा अमुना अमूभ्याम अमीभिः अदस् स्त्रीलिंगा अमुया अमूभ्याम अमूभिः अदस् नपुंसकलिंगा अमुना अमूभ्याम अमीभिः सर्व पुल्लिंगा सर्वेण सर्वाभ्यां सर्वैः सर्व स्त्रीलिंगा सर्वया सर्वाभ्यां सर्वाभिः सर्व नपुंसकलिंगा सर्वेण सर्वाभ्यां सर्वैः यद् पुल्लिंगा येन याभ्यां यैः यद् स्त्रीलिंगा यया याभ्यां याभिः यद् नपुंसकलिंगा येन याभ्यां यैः किं पुल्लिंगा केन काभ्यां कैः किं स्त्रीलिंगा कया काभ्यां काभिः किं नपुंसकलिंगा केन काभ्यां कैः युष्मद् त्वया युवाभ्यां युष्माभिः अस्मद् maya avabhyam asmabhihi. So we have learnt asmad yushmad shabda, if you remember, right? Okay, so now what we will do, instead of going to avyayani at this stage, let us learn a few shabdas, then maybe we will come back to avyayani if there is time. Avyayani are indeclinables, so we will do maybe tad shabda and then we will come back to avyayani if there is time. गतकक्षायां मति शब्दः पठितः अस्माभिः. We learnt matihi in the previous class. Now let us do दकारान्तः पुल्लिङ्गः tad shabdah. Very important, this shabda I thought we should do because we use it very, very frequently. So it is important to know this shabda, and you all might have already started using it. So let us do tad. It is dakaranta, the pratipadikam or the root is in dakaranta. The shabda we have in three lingas, as we all know by now. Pullinga, Strilinga, Napumsakalinga. So idani maham pathami ekavaram sarve shrinvantu. Dakarantah pullingah tad shabdah. Very important shabda. He, right? Pronoun, it is used very frequently. Saha, tau, te, tam, tau, tan, tena, tabhyam, taihi, tasmai, tabhyam, tebhyah, tasmat, tabhyam, tebhyah, tasya, tayoho, tesham, tasmin, tayoho, teshu. पुनः एकवारं पठामि, सर्वे शृण्वन्तु। दकारान्तः पुल्लिङ्गः तद् शब्दः सः तौ ते तं तौ तान् तेन ताभ्यां तैः तस्मै ताभ्यां तेभ्यः तस्मात् ताभ्यां तेभ्यः तस्य तयोः तेषां तस्मिन् तयोः तेषु। अत्र सम्बोधनप्रथमा विभक्तिः नास्ति. So there is no vocative case here because it doesn't make sense, right? We don't say hey, he, hey, she, we don't say. We are referring to a third person. In English, when we say he, she, it, it's a third person. So we don't say hey, she. So therefore, we don't have Sambodhana Prathama here. So only Prathama to Saptami, no Sambodhana Prathama. Now, I'll request any one of you to read it and then we'll go to Vijayasarthi Mahodayah. कृपया तद् शब्दं वदतु।
दकारान्त पुल्लिङ्गः तद् शब्दः सः तौ ते तं तौ तान् तेन ताभ्यां तैः तस्मै ताभ्यां तेभ्यः तस्मात् ताभ्यां तेभ्यः तस्य तयोः तेषां तस्मिन् तयोः तेषु। उत्तमम्.
There your Mahapranas, Mahodaya, if they are clearer, it would be even better, like tabhyam, tebhyah, for example. Idanim, dakarantah strilingah, tad shabdah. Sa te tah, tam te tah, taya tabhyam tabhihi, tasyai tabhyam tabhyah, तस्याः ताभ्यां ताभ्यः तस्याः तयोः तासां तस्यां तयोः तासु। पुनः एकवारं दकारान्तः स्त्रीलिङ्गः तद् शब्दः सा ते ताः तां ते ताः तया ताभ्यां ताभिः तस्यै ताभ्यां ताभ्यः तस्याः ताभ्यां ताभ्यः तस्याः तयोः तासां तस्यां तयोः तासु। प्रियदर्शिनी भगिनी, कृपया तद् शब्दं वदतु।
नमस्ते
स्त्रीलिङ्गः।
नमस्ते
नमस्ते।
दकारान्तः स्त्रीलिङ्गः तद् शब्दः सा ते ताः तां ते ताः तया ताभ्यां ताभिः तस्यै ताभ्यां ताभ्यः तस्याः ताभ्यां ताभ्यः तस्याः तयोः तासां तस्यां तयोः तासु।
उत्तमं भगिनी, धन्यवादाः। So some shabdas, once you memorize, you memorize tad. Etad will be very similar, though some places etad has two forms, etena, enena, for example. And kim shabda also will be very similar. So I will show you how, and then you can memorize all these shabdas. So once you get a hang of the basic shabdas, you will see a pattern and intuitively you will be able to see which shabda is similar. It will happen with practice. It will happen with years of being familiar. Practice, and you should go on, like I said, you can have a Shabda Manjari and see the shabdas. Vyoma has its shabda product with audio and also a book. So with that, you should familiarize yourself. And once you become familiar, it becomes very simple. Initially, it might seem a bit daunting, but it is not. Someone asked me, will it become easy from Parichaya onwards? Even Pravesha is not tough. Sanskrit, you will realize it's a very simple language once we get the rules right. So some amount of memorization is necessary in the beginning. But once you get the rules right, then it becomes very simple. Also, why we are doing this way? Because we are not Samskrita Bhasha Vayam Grihe matrabhasha ritya naiva upayogam kurmah. Not many speak Sanskrit at home, though there are many families today who are speaking, conversing in Sanskrit in their houses. So when you see such, kids from such families, we see that even without memorizing shabdas, they will be using the correct vibhakti. Shravanena. So how does one pick up the mother tongue? That has always been Samskrita Bharati's emphasis also. So one picks up the mother tongue just by listening, right? Like we should always think of how a child who is learning speech picks up the mother tongue. Do they learn vyakaranam? So all of us, all these vibhaktis, all of us who have an Indian language as our mother tongue, these vibhaktis are there in all Indian languages. But do we sit and learn the vibhaktis and construct? No. Just by listening, we'll start using the correct vibhakti. Evam bhavati cheta, it comes very naturally. It just, we don't need to do this. But because we are learning it, through this method, we will have to do this memorization. Otherwise, it is not at all a tough language. If a child is, and I have seen this, I'm not only saying this, I have seen it with children who have only been brought up with speaking Sanskritam, and there are such families and growing number in these days. There is a village also in Karnataka where the entire village converses only in Sanskrit. So it is not, a language of the past. We are not learning something which is in the past. Now, if you're interested, you can see more and more research is being conducted on how it is a very, efficient language for computers. So these things I am not a master in, but you can read up more about it if you are interested in computational linguistics and Sanskrit and things like that. Therefore, never think, I'm saying this because someone asked me, will it become easy from Parichaya? It is not tough even at this stage. Just that we are trying to learn this language through this route. So we have to do some bit of memorization in the beginning. Please attend Samskrita Sambhashana Shibirams, which a lot globally Samskrita Bharati conducts. There you will pick up, even without all this, without learning Shabdas and all, you will start speaking in Sanskrit. But we should also know grammatically what we are speaking and where we have these particular words. Therefore, and also this is a basic set of Shabdas. Once you know these, then others will be a breeze. So here we need consistent effort. It is not tough. What matters is consistency. Every day, make it a yajna to read every day. We should go back to our school days, how we memorized. Those who are not school students anymore, I'm saying, how with diligence we learned our tables and things like that in school. In countries like India, children will be learning 2-3 languages at a time, sometimes 4 in school. How do they do it? Diligently every day, you dedicate that one class in school and also at home, right, for study. So once we do that, we will definitely master anything, including Sanskrit. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grihyate, like Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. It's not at all difficult. With abhyasa, we'll all be there. So let us do dakarantaha napumsakalingaha tad shabdaha tat te tani tena tabhyam taihi tasmai tabhyam tebhyah tasmat tabhyam tebhyah tasya tayoho tesham tasmin tayoho teshu. Atra pashyantu. From Tritiya Vibhakti till Saptami, all these forms are the same as Pullinga. So once you memorize Pullinga Tad, then Tritiya to Saptami are the same in Napumsakalinga also. The first two, Prathama and Dvitiya, are the same. Tat te tani. So you start seeing this pattern, all of you start observing this, then you will see similarities where memorizing becomes very simple. Geeta Bhagini, Kripaya tad shabdam vadatu napumsakalinge.
Harihi Om Bhagini.
Harihi Om.
Dakarantah napumsakalingah tad shabdah tat te tani tena tabhyam taihi tasmai tabhyam tebhyah तस्मात् ताभ्यां तेभ्यः तस्य तयोः तेषां तस्मिन् तयोः तेषु
उत्तमं भगिनी.
धन्यवादः.
धन्यवादाः.
Bhagini, I have a question. Can I ask now? I've been wanting to ask it for the past 2-3 classes.
Please, Bhagini, let me complete the class, please.
Okay.
Because
okay.
we have still
Okay.
little bit more to complete, then I'll take up questions.
Okay.
Dhanyavadaha. Okay, so now Dakarantah Pullingaha Etad Shabdaha. I will just introduce you to this and you can practice on your own. So Tad, means is used in the sense of he, Saha, he, she, it. Etad is this, when a person or a thing is close by, Eshaha Ramaha. So when Rama is next to me, I say Eshaha Ramaha. When Rama is far away, I say Saha Rama. He is Rama. Eshaha Ramaha, this is Rama. And the reason we can learn these together, and all of you please do these Etad, Etad, Kim. These three, do them together because they are very similar. So if you see Etad here, Eshaha, Etau, Ete. So it's the same as Saha, Taute, Eshaha, Etau, Ete. You see the similarity, right? Then Tam, Tautan. Here it is Etam, Enam, Etau, Enau, Etan, Enan. So here Etam, Enam. It has two forms. But you can make out, only difference is this ta is changing. Ta is changing to na here. Etam, Enam. Etau, Enau. Etan, Enan. You compare it with Tad Pullinga, there tam, tautan. Here etam, etau, etan. You should memorize the second form also. Next, in tad we have Pullinga, etena, we have tena, tabhyam, taihi. Here it is etena, enena, etabhyam, etaihi. So you see how simple it is. So please don't think it is tough. You will see a pattern, and once you get familiar, it will be very simple. So memorize Tad, and you will get, once you memorize Tad, Pullinga, Strilinga, Napumsakalinga, it is a breeze to do Etad and Kim also. So we will see those quickly today. Etam, etau, etan. Enam, etam, enam, etau, enau, etan, enan. Etena, enena, etabhyam, etaihi. Till here we did. Chaturthi. Etasmai, etabhyam, etebhyah. Panchami. Etasmat, etabhyam, etebhyah. Shashthi. Etasya, etayoho, enayoho, etesham. Dvivachanam has two forms in Shashthi. Saptami, etasmin, etayoho, enayoho, eteshu. So please compare with Tad and you will be able to learn Etad very easily. Similarly, Dakarantaha, Strilingaha, Etad Shabdaha. Here also, there in Tad we have Strilinga forms Sa, Te, Taha. Here, Esha, Ete, Etaha. Then Etam, Enam, Ete, Ene, Etaha, Enaha. Etaya, Enaya, Etabhyam, Etabhihi. Etasyai, Etabhyam, Etabhyah. Etasyaha, Etabhyam, Etabhyah. Etasyaha, Etayoho, Enayoho, Etasam. Etasyam, etayoho, enayoho, etasu. So you all get the similarity with Tad Shabda. Dakarantaha, Napumsakalingaha, Etad Shabdaha. So both Tad and Etad, from Tritiya Vibhakti onwards, it is the same. So I will just do Prathama Dvitiya here, because from Tritiya it is the same like Napumsakalinga. Sorry, like Pullinga. Etat, ete, etani. There it is tat, te, tani in tad. Here, Dvitiya. Etat, enat, ete, ene, etani, enani. Okay, so there it is tat, te, tani again. So you see the similarity between tad and etad. And similarly, you also have Kim Shabda. It is not on the slides, but Saha, Taute, Kim it would be Kaha, Kauke. tam, tau, tan, kam, kau, kan. So kim you can do on your own. It is in the Pravesha textbook. I'm thinking it must be in Pravesha textbook. Kim Shabda also used very frequently in the sense of kim means what. So you can do the kim Shabda, which is very similar to tad. And sa te taha becomes ka ke kaha. And tat te tani, here it is kim ke kani. So you can do kim on your own. It is given, yes, it is given in your textbook lesson 12. Kim Shabda is there. And then they have said Shishtam tat shabdavat uhyam. So even in your textbook, they just give the first two forms and then they say rest of it is like tad shabda. So please, these 9 shabdas you should know by next week. I mean, I will also ask Sudha Bhagini to give you an exercise. Tad all 3 lingas, etad all 3 lingas, and kim all 3 lingas. This you learn tad, rest of it is very easy. And once you learn the pullinga form, from the Tritiya Vibhakti onwards, Napumsakalinga form is the same. So though it seems like 9 shabdas, it is actually less memorization only because it's just very similar. Same words keep repeating from Tritiya onwards in Pullinga, Napumsakalinga. And you learn tad, you will know etad and kim also. Etad, you just have to see where there are 2 forms. So it is very simple. Okay, so next class, please do this. These shabdas you should know. Okay, now I will quickly take the questions what have been typed here which have not been answered. Rajiv ji, abhyasena tu kaunteya. Yes, abhyasena is in Tritiya Vibhakti. Yes, abhyasena, vairagyena, both are in Tritiya Vibhakti. This shloka is from the Bhagavad Gita, where Arjuna says, Krishna, the mind is very difficult to control. Pramathi balavadridham chanchalam hi manah Krishna. Mind is very wavering. Pramathi balavadridham tasyaham nigraham manye vayoriva sudushkaram. So he tells Krishna, mind is wavering. I think controlling it is like very difficult, like controlling very heavy wind. We can't control nature and forces which are very heavy, right? Like that. So Krishna says, Asamshayam Mahabaho, definitely, without any doubt, mind is difficult to control. However, Abhyasena tu Kaunteya, Vairagyena cha Grihyate. Kaunteya is, O son of Kunti, Arjuna. Abhyasa with continued, consistent practice, and Vairagya. That is your Abhyasa with detachment. Then you will definitely be able to achieve. So this is the mantra for anything in life. With detachment, in the sense, we must do our duty and not be just attached to the result, but do your duty as a karma yogi. And with consistent effort, you will be able to master anything. The mind, the language, anything. Okay. LKG, Samskrita Shibirams, you will have to look up Samskrita Bharati website for it. Or contact the Samskrita Bharati branch office wherever you are staying. There they might be able to give you information. We don't have that information. Ramenaikena banena valiki hataha, Ganeshji, Satyam. Ramena, Ekena, Banena, all these are in Tritiya Vibhakti. Tritiya Vibhaktehe Udaharanam. Geetaji, could you please also type out your question? I will be able to answer along with the other questions. Ganeshji, Tritiya Vibhaktehe Udaharanani, we have done many of them in today's class. So we have done for each kind of Vibhakti, we have done each niyama, each rule. In Tritiya, we have done many examples. So once you go through the PPT, you will be able to know. Raghavendra ji, the Vyoma audio product. Okay, I will bring this to the notice of the technology team. You're saying it's not compatible to the latest Android version. Sure, Raghavendra ji, I will do that. I will see what can be done about this. So I will speak to the technology team and then update you. Geeta ji, I haven't received your question. You said you have a doubt. Please type it out for me. Geeta ji, Lalita Sahasranamam is not in Sambodhana Prathama. So if you are referring to the Stotram, as in if you are referring to Srimata, Shri Maharagni, Srimat Simhasaneshwari, Chidagnikunda Sambhuta, Devakarya Samudyata, these words, if you are referring to the Stotram where we chant like this, then all these words are in Prathama Vibhakti. For example, Srimata, Shri Maharagni, Srimat Simhasaneshwari, all these, each nama is in Prathama when you chant it as a Stotram. Similarly, Vishvam Vishnurvashatkaro, there also Vishvam Vishnuhu Vashatkaraha. All these words are in Prathama Vibhakti only. That is when you're chanting as a Stotram. Shri Mata, Matri Shabda, we will learn in future. Matri Shabda, Mata, Matarau, Mataraha. Mata is the Prathama Vibhakti form of Matri. That is Rikaranta Strilinga. And Ragni is Ragni Shabda. Simhasaneshwari is like Nadi. Srimat Simhasaneshwari is Ikaranta Strilinga. So each word in the Stotram is in Prathama Vibhakti. However, if you are saying Srimatre Namaha, Shri Maharagnyai Namaha, Srimat Simhasaneshwaryai Namaha, when you say like that, you are saying, when you are chanting like Archana, or when you are chanting the each Nama with Namaha, then Shri Matre Namaha, there Shri Matre is in Chaturthi Vibhakti. So I think we have learned this. We will learn in detail when we learn Chaturthi Vibhakti. Every word associated with Namaha, salutations, to whom salutations, that should be in Chaturthi. Therefore, the Stotram, when you chant Shri Mata, Shri Maharagni, Srimat Simhasaneshwari as a Stotram, each word is in Prathama. But when you do the Archana, Shri Matre Namaha, Shri Maharagnyai Namaha, there every word is being converted to every Nama we are chanting in Chaturthi. This is the same for all Ashtottara Shatanamas or Sahasranamas, this applies. So Vishnave Namaha, when you are doing then Archana, or when you are chanting Namaha. Otherwise, you say Vishvam Vishnuhu. Vishnuhu is Ukaranta Pullinga Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam. I hope your doubt is clear, Geeta ji. Ganesh ji, Sakam, we already have examples with this. Gopikabhihi Sakam Krishnaha Nrityati. Gopikabhihi, that is in Tritiya Vibhakti Bahuvachanam. Like Ramaya, Ramabhyam, Ramabhihi, like that Gopikabhihi Sakam, along with the Gopikas, Krishnaha Nrityati, Krishna dances. I hope this is clear. Matra Sakam, Putraha Shalam Gacchati. Matra Sakam, Matra along with the mother. Matra is in Tritiya Vibhakti of Matri Shabda. Matra Sakam, Putraha, the son, Shalam Gacchati, goes to school. I hope this is clear, all of you. So we will conclude as usual with Shanti Mantraha. And for the Saturday class, please do learn all the Shabdas which we have done today. Tad, 3 lingas, etad, all the 3 lingas, and kim, all the 3 lingas. So let us conclude with Shanti Mantraha. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet.